Hi Aries, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. Oh, sorry about that. I'm here to do your August 2019 reading. I'm using the Mythic Tarot, and I'm doing a new spread. It's called the Element or Elemental Spread, and there's 4 cards, one for each element: air, fire, water, and earth. And so we have all those 4 parts in us, right? 4 parts of the self. Also, I wanted to say 4 is a sacred number too. Anyway, Aries. What is going on for Aries in August 2019? I know we're in a little bit. My readings are about 30 days long. I'd be surprised if anything I said, everything unfolded in a week. That'd be a shock for me, to tell you the truth. But mine are about 30 days long. So if I do it in the second week, it's about 30 days from that. So whenever it is, it's about 30 days long, all right? So let me put some good... I was just about to do the, Aries, and don't need to. Isn't that interesting? So I was talking about how this is an elemental reading, and we all have those 4 parts in us, that the emotional and the physical and the mental and the spiritual. Anyhow, you get, oh my god, a dragonfly just landed right on the screen. I'm using a laptop and it's still there right now. So Aries, you got the Temperance. I'm trying not to shake the table because I want it to stay there. Oh, it jumped off and jumped back on again. Sorry, I'm talking about this dragonfly, but it's the coolest thing ever. It's never happened before. Anyhow, Temperance, about creating more balance in your life. Trying to give attention, time, energy into all 4 parts of the self. Taking care of your body. Eating right and getting... I don't like to call being active getting exercise. If you sweep off the front porch, if you go up and down stairs all day doing laundry, there's lots of different ways of being active. It's basically getting up off your rear end and doing something, And so anyway, I'm sorry to stick to that, and then about, giving time to the spiritual self, however you may do that. Praying or meditation. Then there's the emotional self, making sure that your emotional needs are being met. It jumped off again and flew back on. And then your mental, so you need to stimulate that as well. So TV is not mental. It isn't. Reading, learning in some way. Games are mental. Doing some sort of math, problem solving is mental. Anyway, it's making sure that you stimulate all 4 parts of yourself to be more in balance, to temper because the healthier you are, the more of use you are, and not to say that anyone's not of use. That's not what I'm saying, but the better you treat yourself, the better you can treat others. It's like a pay it forward, but you got to pay it to the self first, and then you can ripple out, right? Oh, here I am shuffling again. I got talking too much. Always a problem in my life, but here they are, ready again. every single reading I've been doing, I've been dropping cards left, right, and center. So I'm going to take these 4 right here as your 4 elements. 3 dropped out, and with the Temperance, that makes 4. So we got the Temperance, the Knight of Swords, and then these 2 here. This is really nice. Very nice indeed. I like it. So, my girlfriends are bugging me, and they're saying, they tell me that the things I do all the time and say all the time, and they were saying, you say so, you know, and the most. Then they're bugging me. Then they say, see, let's listen to one, see? Oh, anyway, it's just funny. All right. So, your water element is Temperance. You know, we just went over Temperance. And your water element has to do with your emotions, your guidance, your emotional guidance, like how you any decisions or paths you may take emotionally, and your relationships, okay? So, and so in your emotions, you're trying to temper your emotions right now. Maybe, you know, you're too idealistic, perhaps, and you want to be more compassionate. And so you're trying to balance those things so you're a little of both. You know, you want to not give up one totally for the other. You can blend them and be a little of both. So you're trying to temper your emotional self right now. And tempering is about taking those 2 extremes and kind of bringing them to an even thing, you know. Doesn't have to be extremes. It's more about balance, a flow. So let's clarify that. Geez, there's a lot of little insects around. So I'm not sure about the dragonfly, what the dragonfly means, what's the meaning of it. I'm going to look it up, though, you can be sure. Because it landed 3 separate times. Like it took flight, landed, took flight, landed, took flight, you know. And so 3 is something, the dragonfly is definitely something. It was when I was reading the Temperance about trying to get, you know, more moderation instead of extremes. You're trying to get a more even flow in your feelings. You could run really hot and cold right now. You're either hot or cold. You're not. All right, maybe you should do meditation. It's funny I mentioned meditation. So this might be telling you where you need to focus, and maybe it's your emotions. You know, maybe that's what's out of balance here. And so you need something to help you moderate them, temper your emotions. You could have a lot of anger right now and you don't like it, you know. You could be depressed, perhaps, you know. Ooh. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So it's the 9 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. You are going to conquer this, basically. You know, you're going to have success over what is imprisoning you. You know, there's something, like I said, there's some sort of, what I feel is you feel like you don't have any control. And you might be a person who likes to have control, things under control, and you don't have any control of this. But you are going to gain control of this, over that part of yourself that part of yourself that you're having, I think you may have trouble seeing it coming, seeing it coming, so getting a handle on it kind of thing. Getting a handle on it. It's funny because in the Temperance she has 2 cups, and in the 9 of Cups there's 9 cups, and together they make 11. But whoa, that is far too many, but I'll take those ones. Jeepers. I'll take those ones. They plop themselves right down. What a mittful. Holy, I can catch a baseball with all these. Alright, let's get this over there. I know you can't see it all, but I can only move the camera back so far. Pine needle. Alright, I'm going to do these 3 at a time. Wow. Oh. I think you're feeling out of control right now. Like you don't have control over your emotions, okay? But you are going to gain control. And, I think that the other thing too is that we can't control everything. Sometimes we are going to have outbursts, crying, upset, and it's okay to have emotions. It's how you display them, not against, like you can have a bit more control, say how you're feeling without losing it kind of thing. I'm just saying perhaps this is the situation. Anyhow, I guess that's another one I say. Anyhow, I'll have to tell them. So, 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and 7 of Pentacles. I think that there was something very painful for you. I'll try not to touch the table. I know it's very shaky. There was something very painful for you here. Perhaps a third-party situation, and deception, But it's kind of like breaking an abscess. And once you let the poison out, you can begin to heal. So that's the thing, eh? And this, I think this finding out or realizing skips you right to the 10. And so it's, and the 10 is, exhausted and hurt and perhaps a mess. Like he's a ball of a mess right there. And Athene, the goddess of justice, steps in and she tells the Furies, back off. He's had enough. Leave him alone now. I think he's learned his lesson. So, and that's what this is saying. You've learned a lesson here. You've learned a lesson. I have a feeling it's about generosity. Okay? Perhaps, like, the 7 of Pentacles is a card like where you can look at this pole and you can see all that you've been able to do, all that you've been able to build here. It's like trophies on the wall of your achievements and your financial success thus far. And this woman comes and she has a pentacle and a goat. And she's like, I can't survive on this, you know, can you help me out? And you're wondering, you're looking, as like, I don't know if you're a good investment, like, I don't know, how are you going to pay me back, kind of thing. And so this is asking you to be generous. It's not saying give her money. It's saying give her a chance. Give someone a chance. You know, this is really saying to me. And I think that you are either giving someone a chance or they are giving you a chance. You may be giving them a chance, you know, feeling compassion in some way. And, you know, this is also feeling compassion for this guy, you know. Athene feels compassion for him, and that's the thing about justice. It's not just about truth, it's about fairness, too. You know, he's paid his debt, leave him alone. Enough is enough. And so here, Carmela's having a fit behind me, some bug is bugging her. Here, that's the same thing. Give someone a chance. You know, I know that they've done all this, or that they've been through all that, and, you know, maybe, and this is you too, going through all that, you know. But again, here is success, the Nine of Cups. You know, you are going to, I think you're going to open that side of yourself a little more, you know, not that you're not compassionate, or maybe this is, you're going to get compassion. You're going to be given a chance. And anyway, this says you are going to gain control. Well, gain control over not having control, maybe letting go of control, right? Because here's the Nine of Cups, the Death, and the Emperor. And I see the Emperor very much as Aries. You know, he's the father. He's the king of the castle. He knows what's best for all, and his rule is final. But this is about letting go of that control. Having more compassion, not, you know, perhaps not judging, you know. Athene is not actually judging here. She does represent justice, but here she's representing fairness, okay? It's about fairness. There's something, you know, and I think that's what you're trying to temper here. You're trying to embrace that other emotional part of you, you know, that softer side of you that is more compassionate and gives room for, you know, forgiveness and that sort of thing. A letting go of complete control. It'll actually feel like a weight off your shoulders, I think, in the end. Anyhow, let's move on to your fire energy. I'm going to switch these cards around. So your fire energy is your creativity, your passion, and your action. And you got the Knight of Swords. So talk about action. Like, this is the fastest action you could be taking. And it's a message, you know, it's finding out the truth, speaking the truth. I think you need to speak your mind. And I think there could be a double message here. A double message. It's, like I said, two minds. Two minds. Speaking of two minds, you know, there's two of them. They're twins. They work together. That, you know, that's the Temperance, right? Your aggression and your compassion, your da-da-da-da-da-da. It sounds all easy for me to say. Not so easy, but you will be successful at this. And you will, I think you'll love it. You're guaranteed success. I'm going to tell you right now, because you got 9 of Cups twice. Twice. Ha! Now the Death card twice. So you know, the Death is an ending, right? Transformation. It's like, you know, when you think of the seasons, and winter pretty much kills everything. Everything is just frozen and dies, and then comes back, is reborn again in the spring. And so it's out with the old and with the new, you know, with the Death card. There's a lot of blue in this particular Death card, and another horse on the shield. So, I see blue as emotional color. You know, it's the color of water. And there's blue and purple in here. I think you're trying to get more emotional. Like, you're not trying to control that sweet part of yourself. You know, you're not trying to hide it anymore. Or it's like loosening up or something. Loosening up. Because there's that blue veil in there, you know? Alright, come on. Tell me something else about the Knight of Swords in the fire element for Aries. The fire in the fire. The fire. It's a card dropping day. So, okay. So we got the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Alright? The 3 of Swords is heartbreak. You know, could be third party heartbreak. Again, we're bringing up third party here, because the 3 of Swords is back here. Alright? And then the 7 of Swords is the thief, is stealing information or using information, not property. Someone's being sneaky, trying to sneak away with the evidence, perhaps. But this is all coming to an end. Whatever this situation is, this whole mess is ending. I think that you're going to find out the truth. This is the action you're taking. I think you're absolutely done with keeping a veil over your eyes. Try not to see it. Try not to, you know, control it. Right? But you are out for the truth, and you get it. You find out exactly what's going on here, and I think it's good that you're taking this action, because cards keep blowing all over. Here, I'll put my smudge. Another one. It's getting windy. I think this will be my last reading outside today. I like to... Oh my God, no! Okay, hold on. The worst thing that could have happened just happened! Oh my God, one of the cards blew and fell in between the floorboards of the deck. And I don't know how on earth I'm going to get under there to get it. Ah, there's probably snakes and everything. Oh, the things I do. Anyway, let me put those down. It's always an adventure on Tinker Tarot, eh? One time I was sitting on the dock and the wind come up and blew the cards right into the water, into the lake. It's like, oh no. And the cards are wrinkly from it. But anyway, so I had to pause the video, climb in the lake, get the cards, climb out again. And it was quite a task because the dock is like this far from the water. Oh, Lord. Anyway, back to you, Aries. So, we got that Knight of Swords, and oh, look at that. I had a feeling. So look at that, the Lovers. This is regarding someone you hold in high regard. You hold them above all others. I think they've broken your heart and it's come to an end. And I think you thought you had some sort of spiritual connection with this person, but I think they are deceiving you, you know, and I think you have a lot of passion, like I almost feel like a thirst, you know, they quench your thirst passionately. That's what it felt like. That's what the word quench came right into my mind. And but you want more. You want more of a balance. Like, passion isn't everything, I think, is what you're realizing. You know, what do you do when you get out of bed? There's a whole nother life to lead. and it's just, I think that you're ending it. You're realizing that I don't feel like you trust this person. Okay, they could be cheating, lying, stealing, and you find out, basically. Okay, so you may take, I better say it, you may take a new lover too. Like, you know, this is kind of your way to get over it, but I don't know if that's the solution. All right, anyway, on to your air element. And your air is your thoughts, your ideas, your inspiration, your communication. And you have the Magician. So, you know, you're thinking about how you're gonna start now. Like, the Magician comes right after the Fool, right? And the Fool is when you're ready to start new. And you got the Death back here, right? So you're ending something, and you're finding your passion to, and I mean right away, like when it's over, it's over. Bang. You don't go back. And the Magician is, you're thinking, okay, well, which direction do I want to go in now? And really feeling like you can go in any direction. Because the Magician is like the second card in the Major Arcana, our big life ideas, picture, like big ones, not just today, what it was my list to do today. This is, what do I want to do? Where do I want to live? You know, who do I want to hang out with? You know, you could be changing a lot of areas in your life. And like I said, the Fool is ready for something new, ready to take a risk. And the Magician is the Fool realizing all the capacity that he has to do something new with. So now it's what? what, you know, I could do this, and I have a little experience in this and that, and, you know, so, and you could be talking to others. You could be communicating and maybe networking with other people about, maybe what's out there, you know, what's out there now for you. Because it really is out there, right? It's that X. X marks the spot. Ah, there's a couple of cards for you, darling. Oh, interesting. So we have the Four of Cups. Or Four of Cups. Four of Wands. The King of Swords. Isn't that a beautiful King of Swords? That one's gorgeous. Excuse me. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So, what you're thinking, what you're communicating is, I think you want to build new foundations. You may have someone in mind already. You may have met someone already. You know, maybe this is the third party. Like, this could be you, Aries. You had the third party thing. I'm not sure if you or the other person did, which way it goes. But anyway, I think there's an air sign, could be. And that's Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini around you. And that, you know, air and fire get along pretty good, actually. And so it's like building new foundations, starting again, possibly moving in with someone that has a child. They already have a kid, or maybe you have a kid. Anyway, I don't think it's the same. Both are the parents for this kid. There's two, you know, it's a step situation. I always get that from this card. It's a step situation. And to tell you the truth, in this day, it's more common than not. Anyway, this person that you're thinking about moving toward, trying to get something going with, is operates from the mind. You know, they do things based on what they think about it, how sensible it is, what they've heard. You know, they'll research probably something first before they invest themselves. Also, that he may not like how much, or she may not like how much they wear their emotions. But they do, and I don't think they like it. But it's kind of cute. Anyway, and then the Page of Pentacles has a message. They have an offer. They have this gigantic pentacle, and the pages are new, youthful energy. Like, this is a new offer, something they want to put out there, right? But very slowly, coming very slowly, because he knows what he wants to do, but he may not be revealing it, or he reveals it a little at a time. This peacock does not have its tail fanned, showing you everything, all it's got. It's not doing its dance, right? He's not doing a dance, but he is, or she, talking about, this King of Swords is someone's talking about moving in, creating a new stability, new foundation. This is also ceremony too, like you could be getting engaged, or I think moving in, like, because they're under the arbor, and the arbor is celebration, honoring, ceremony, that sort of thing. Oh, I hope my cards don't blow away. Oh, here, I'll put my amethyst right there. Okay, so this is kind of cool. You know, you may be the one making the offer to this King of Swords. I think it's a new offer, something new, because it's the page. But this person could be mature, like they're I think they're wise, they're smart, they're really smart. They do a lot of considering before they invest themselves, okay? And like I said, they could wear their heart on their sleeve. They don't like how they wear their emotions so much. But they do not reveal what they're thinking until they're ready. But he is thinking, or she is thinking, that they want to move in. All right? So now your earth element. And your earth element is your home, family, finances, and your physical self. And you got the Four of Cups. So there could be talk around your home. Someone may be trying to cause doubt around your home about what you're doing, what's going on. It's kind of funny because I'm just saying, I think you're thinking of moving in with someone, and then maybe your family or friends is trying to cause doubt. Now they're saying, well, geez, like, he has a kid, doesn't he? Like, you're sure you're ready to take on a kid? Or she has a kid? Or, they're suggesting that you don't know them well enough to do this. Okay, Aries? That's what they're kind of suggesting. That you don't know everything about them, and it's risky. Or you need to find out more about this or more about that, and they're and you're thinking, well, should I? Maybe I should. Yeah, it's true. I don't really know. I only know 4 cups about them. I only know 4 cups. So 4s are always delay when you give something some thought. You're thinking, And this is one of those moments. Hard dropping day. Queen of Swords. So this could be the one that's whispering in your ear, Aries. And it's another air sign, could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Doesn't have to be male or female. Does seem like we have the Queen, the counterpart of the King over here, though. And so a natural mate to each other, even if you're both not air signs. Obviously you're not Aries, but it's a natural mate or a natural match. Also, she I think you guys could mirror each other, like you're kind of gone through the same thing. I think you're thinking the same thing. I think you want the same things. I think you both kind of wear your emotions more than you'd like. But she's a little more spiritual. Like she has more faith and believes in people a little bit more, and she operates from the truth, she's an on the table kind of person. This either is the person they're talking about, or is the person that's whispering in your ear. She's saying, have you thought about this? And maybe not, it may not be bad, because sometimes we do need to be objective and have kind of a second look, take a step back from the painting and get a better perspective. Sometimes we need to do that. It's not a bad thing always, but it's someone telling you to use your head. Think. Don't just be so impulsive, perhaps. Swords is very impulsive energy. It wants to move quickly. It thinks and then it does. There's not a lot of wishy-washiness in between. Is there anything else about the Four of Cups in the earth energy at home with the family. This is probably someone in the family saying, are you sure? I think whoa, look at, I tried to take one and a bunch popped out. It's the jumping day. Yesterday was too, last night I should say. Alright, and we got this one. I'm going to leave it down for a second till we look at these. However, it does make 6, and I like to do them in 3s. Hoo 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 hoo. Alright, so we have the Knight or the Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. Okay? So, looks like there's a message coming. Some sort of victory, reward, recognition. You know, the Queen of Pentacles has a plan, but she doesn't necessarily reveal the whole thing. She knows what she's doing. And like I said in the page, that's the same with the page, the message, the whole plan isn't revealed. So it's kind of funny that you kind of got Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. See, that there's two women talking in your ear. Two women talking. Eh? See? This is going on. These could be your sisters. They could be your friends. They could be your mother and sister or aunt. I don't know. But they're talking. And they're I think they're recognizing what you're doing. Okay, they're saying, we know what you're doing, we know what you're up to. You could have got some sort of recognition or reward. Like back here, you got 2 9 of Cups here. And I think those are the rewards for the lessons, like really finally getting it in the lessons that you've been through and letting go of control. And this is you letting go of control, right? You're saying, well, what's the problem? And they're saying, well, you know, do you know this? Do you even know where his family's from? Or do you even know her, you know, whatever, you know? And it's not bad because they're trying to protect you, right? They're just being supportive and trying to protect you, trying to make sure you got your eyes open for this. So I think that by all this communication, they're seeing that you I think they want to make sure you recognize potential red flags, basically. Okay. They're trying to help you see red flags. And that was Jimmy. He was just saying, I'm going now. And I was like... You know, they want you to be successful. They want you to be happy. They want to see you, you know, up there riding on that horse, you know, being victorious. They want to see you, you know, heading in the right direction, basically. So I think they're talking to you for your better good, and they just want to make sure that you're paying attention. You're seeing some possible red flags. They also could be trying to cause problems here in your what you're working toward, you know, this relationship that you're trying to build. I think they think you're moving too fast is what I think. They think you're moving way too fast, and it's bound to come apart, you know, because here's the Magician, the Tower, and the Two of Cups. I think if they're meddling, it's going to drive you two closer together. This tower that they're trying to create, this upset is not going to work. It's like you're going to it's going to drive you closer together. I think it's going to actually make you team up. I don't necessarily think this is a bad relationship, a bad thing you're getting into now. Perhaps you are moving very quickly. But I think that you've done some work back here, you know, in your emotions. You've done a lot of work here. And I don't think that the people in your life know that or recognize that. And that's okay. You know, it's great you're looking out for me, but back off. I'm a grown person and I can handle it. I'm, you know, taking a different approach now. I'm taking a different approach. So, yeah, I think they're trying to be protective, but meddling. You know, here with the Magician beside the Tower, it makes me think of meddling. They're meddling, trying to meddle, but it's not going to work because you got this Six of Wands and right in the middle, you know, right in the middle. You're gonna ride right on through. It's like I'm gonna take a left at Albuquerque. See you later. So, Aries, you'll have to let me know. Isn't that funny? I just realized what I did. I didn't even see it. So I started with the Mythic Tarot, the single card and the Temperance. And then I clarified with the Gilded Tarot. I forgot to tell you this is the Gilded Tarot. And then I went and grabbed the Mythic Tarot again and clarified with it instead of the Gilded, just sticking with the Gilded Tarot like I did in every other card. But back here in this Temperance, isn't it funny I used both? Again, tempering. You know, it's just funny how that, I didn't even realize I did it until now. Excuse me. Anyhow, Aries, if you like this reading, please support me by pressing that like button, subscribing, and also commenting. I love reading your comments, and I don't, sometimes I can't get back right away if I don't have time, but I do eventually. I appreciate you participating in the questions before. And you'll have to let me know. I am curious to know if this resonates for some of you. Also, I wanted to say, sometimes the whole reading doesn't resonate, but there's a message for you here somewhere in one of these, you know, things. And if you clicked on, was a message you needed to hear, something in it, okay? All right then, well, I hope you have a nice week, Aries. Talk to you soon. Bye.